In five, four, three, two. Take it away, Trisha.
Welcome to Beanbag Banter, the podcast where only one of us is on a beanbag.
That was really good. That's not where I was expecting you to take that, but that was really good.
I don't know where that came from.
Where we actually figured out how to introduce our podcast properly.
Hey girl,
Hey, I feel
how
like I
are
haven't talked to you
you?
all week.
It's been so long, and I honestly think that we've texted actually more this week than we have in the past few weeks.
I was about to say that too, but still,
But I
I
feel like I
feel like,
haven't talked to you. Yeah.
yeah.
Hey. Oh my god, I'm so
Hey,
nervous. You're making me blush. Stop looking at me.
stop! You're cracking me up. No, okay, we need to get it together. We're professionals.
How the hell are ya?
I am good.
Mhm.
Getting, I wouldn't say busy, just adjusting. I am adjusting to the work life balance for sure.
Right on. Right on. Becoming a big girl, doing big girl things.
hmm
Mhm. What else?
Uh,
Today.
my day was actually not great, but not bad. Like it was just kind of fun. I keep getting like, and I kind of texted you about this too. I was like, I keep getting anxious about like things at work, which is it's this is actually like spoiler alert. This is part of my bag, so we will like dive into this a little bit. But yeah, there's just like I'm I'm adjusting, you know? Never worked in an
Mhm.
office before, so adjusting.
Nothing you can't overcome, I'm sure. You
Yeah,
got
yeah.
this. We're all rooting for you.
Thank you.
Of course.
What about you? How was your day?
Long. I stayed at the office probably an extra hour and a half than I had planned on. So
I would
went
actually love to
home.
pick your brain about this topic
Mhm.
maybe later on in the podcast. This brings up something I wanted to ask you, so keep that in the back of your head.
Okay, putting pin in it. Everyone just picture me putting a pin in it. And if you're watching us on YouTube, you can see me putting a pin in it. Do you want to start us off with your beanbag and banter?
I would love that. Okay, so my banter is a little bit boring because it is the same banter as last week in that it's the Australian Open. However, I have new things to say about it, so I feel like it's okay that I reused it. One thing that I'm going to say is those of you listening, if you remember, if you listened to last week's episode, I said I was bummed because the Australian Open only starts late at night in the US and then like some matches start at like 3 a.m. Eastern time, so it's like tough to watch. However, one thing I discovered last week was that then when I wake up for work to get ready for work at 7 a.m., like sometimes they are still playing matches. So all this week I've been able to watch the tennis in the mornings too, which I was not expecting.
Oh my god, that's everything for
Like
you. Why are you getting
it
ready for work?
when I realized this, I think I like talked to myself out loud. Like I was like I think I said like this is so awesome or something like out loud
Oh my
because I was
god.
and
Wait,
so
but like, did you actually say that though?
no, I think I did.
No, did you?
I either said that or I was just like, oh my god. Like I know I definitely
No,
said
did you
something.
actually though?
Okay.
If no
But
one was around to hear you say it, did you actually say it?
yeah, because I was around to hear myself say it.
Oh, yeah, but there's no one there to like fact check you.
No one needs to fact check me.
Ooh. What is that called? Is that like Schrodinger's cat? Is that what
It is like
that theory is?
it's that's the theory you're going with. However, I think this is a poor application of the theory. because there is someone conscious to fact check that happening. Anyways, so over the weekend, when I didn't have to wake up for work, so I was able to like stay up late and watch matches. And when I would wake up in the morning, like how you wake up and you don't get out of bed yet? So I'd wake up and like first thing I do, because I have a TV in my room, is I go and turn on the TV and get to watch the matches and hear the dulcet tones of Mary Jo Fernandez and Renee Stubbs while I am just like waking up for the day, and it's so awesome.
That is everything for you. Like, I can't imagine anything more peaceful than like waking up and hearing just the cracking of a tennis ball on the racket
Hmm.
and then the bouncing on the court and the
And above
whoosh
all
of the
that,
net.
my two favorite players are still in. Coco's already made it to the semifinals. Carlos is playing his quarterfinal match tonight. I will say I've yet to be able to watch Carlos play a match because he always gets the night slot, which means he plays at 3 in the morning. And the one day he had a daytime slot, his opponent retired after like 1.5 sets. So I like didn't really get to watch him.
Wait,
But
hello? What?
yeah, he was like injured.
Oh my god, so dramatic.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Let's move on because that was like kind of a tangent. But my bag, and I like as I said a little bit before, is that my like work is starting to get tough in the sense of like I'm starting to realize like things that are going on that like maybe I'm not as in tune with. Like the kind of novelty has worn off of like, oh my god, everything is like new. And does that make sense?
Sure.
I'm trying to like explain it with like I don't want to like say like too much,
Mm-hmm.
but I just like there's always doubts that like maybe you're not doing what your work is not up to par for like your supervisors. You know what I mean? Even though you think you're doing a good job, like you're doing the best you can, like there's always that little bit of uncertainty or like worry in the back of your mind.
Mm-hmm. So this is what you're experiencing right now.
Yeah.
Or what you've been experiencing.
Yeah. So it's just kind of been hard to like keep, and there's like other factors too, but it's just been like difficult to keep positive about it a little bit, even though I really like my job and I really like the work that I'm doing. But sometimes there's like more doubt is happening in my mind about the work that I'm doing, being more doubtful.
If it makes you feel any better, if they didn't want you there, you would have been gone by now.
Yeah, that's a good point. Although, like, do people like actually get fired from workplaces? Like, that's like a theory I have. Like, does that actually happen?
Yeah.
You've witnessed it?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's I guess a good point. That
So
doesn't
has
really make me
Mebby.
feel that better. Wait, what?
So has Mebby.
Where has Rebby been fired from?
No, I haven't been. We haven't been fired. We've witnessed it.
Oh, oh, sorry, I was getting
Yeah,
confused.
yeah.
I knew you hadn't been fired. I don't know why when you said Mebby, that made me think you said Mebby. Sorry.
Please.
Um. Anyways, my bean is that next Tuesday is going to be Vanderpump Rules season 11. Um.
Yes.
I am so thrilled. I'm so excited. Uh. Whenever I'm on like watching Bravo, they keep playing the like promo for it, and it looks so good. Um. So everyone prepare for next week because we will be recording next week's episode immediately upon me watching the premiere. So I
Pray
checked
for
the
us all.
I checked the time today because I was like, we just set our recording day and time as like Tuesdays at like 9:15, 9:30. But I was like, oh my gosh, January 30th is a Tuesday. Like, I'm going to need to text them to switch it. But then I was like, wait, let me just see when Vanderpump Rules airs. And it rules at 8 it's gone on at 8 p.m., which means it'll be done by 9,
Oh
which
my
means I can just
gosh.
keep it rolling. I can
Pray for
ride
the
that
future of
high into
beanbag
the
banter.
podcast episode.
Oh
Oh,
dear.
it's gonna be every week. I'm gonna record after an episode of Vanderpump Rules.
Oh my god. Well, we're all looking forward to it, I think.
Yes, yes.
Yes. That's
Okay,
everything for you.
let's go to your beanbag banter. Throwing it to you, Trisha.
Okay. Um my banter is kind of boring, low key, but like nonetheless, it's still my banter. I watched 2 movies this weekend, which is 2 more than I normally would watch, like going to the theater and watching a movie. I saw Anyone But You and Iron Claw
Iron
without
Claw.
like getting into
Iron
the 2 of
Claw.
them because we will be here for so long. Um, both incredible movies.
Trisha,
Incredible.
do you remember the part where we said we were all gonna watch Anyone But You together in our girls' weekend in 2 weeks?
Okay, so no, because I wasn't in the group chat at the time.
How? When did I was
No,
like, when did
no, I
you
wasn't.
leave? Because we talked about that weeks ago.
No, no.
Meddy's fact checking you right now.
Nonetheless, I will still rewatch the movie.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
I will happily rewatch the movie. So good. Iron Claw did have me to tears several times. Incredible movie.
Which one
I'm
did you like
gonna.
better? I know they're
Ooh.
both like so different, so it's probably tough to
Oh,
tell, but if you could pick one.
honestly, like neither one of them. Like literally David or Mikey.
Who's David or Mikey?
An Iron Claw.
Oh, I was asking you which movie you liked better, not which one Ellen
I
brother
know
you
you.
liked better.
I thought you. I thought you meant which brother in the movie Iron
That's why I
Claw.
was like, who's David and who is Mikey and what does that
Oh,
have to do with the
well
movie?
then. Oh, well you can't really compare the two.
That's why I was saying they're so different.
Oh my god, girl, it's been a long day. Anyways, moving along. I'm gonna switch up my order a little bit. So I started off with my banter. I'm gonna go to my bean. So today, okay, well, over the past few days, my coworker and I have been getting like these signs, and we were like, "Oh my god, like this is just so weird. Like we just need to play the lotto. Like this, it's like gone to the point where we're like, we need to do something about this." And I have never bought in a lottery ticket. Like I've bought like scratch offs, but like never bought a lottery ticket. So I bought,
Like Powerball?
yes, I bought a Powerball and I bought a Mega Million, and one gets drawn tonight and the next one gets drawn tomorrow. So
And
I
you just
already
have such a good feeling about them?
I like I like don't believe in like shit like that, but these signs were so uncanny, and don't even ask me to like repeat them because I don't even remember them, but like I remember them being so uncanny to the point where I was like, "Oh my god, like I need to do something about this." Hence me doing something about it. Looking forward to the numbers being drawn. My bag. Oh my
Beanbag Banter's
god.
about to get an upgrade.
No, for real.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna
get
get our own
Canva Pro.
We're gonna get our own domain,
We're gonna
okay?
have Canva Pro. We're gonna have Riverside Pro.
Please.
We're gonna buy followers on Instagram.
That's something Lily would say.
Like
Alt text.
obviously that would be like number one thing we have to do. Obviously.
We're gonna buy that blue check mark every month.
We're gonna make a Twitter account and get Twitter Blue immediately.
Please. Fingers crossed. We win. Um so my bag. Okay. If you don't know me, I love a good calendar. Okay, I love a good planner. I love a good calendar. I have been struggling so hard to understand Notion that it's driving me insane. I've watched so many YouTube videos, I've downloaded so many templates. I cannot get the hang of it.
What part is tripping you up? Like you just haven't found a system that works for you, or there's like something you're like can't figure out how to do.
It is just, it's so overwhelming that I don't even know where to start. And I feel like I'm going to do things so simple and basic because it's so confusing to me that I'm not going to take advantage of all the features it has to offer. Hence, like, the point of using Notion. So I'm like, I need someone to, like, anyone watching this that knows how to use Notion, help a girl out. Please,
Point her
please
in the right direction.
help me. Help me. And
Can I
Notion, if you're
offer
seeing
you
this, sponsor us. Would love to learn how to use
we would
your
we would
software.
happily make some TikToks for you showing how we are setting up our
Oh
notions.
my god. Learn how to use Notion with me. Head on over to Notion's TikTok to go see that now.
Can I offer you some advice here?
Please, please.
It's not like concrete advice, so it's not, don't get too excited. But have you ever heard the phrase, it's a marathon, not a sprint? My advice to you would be to just like start using it simply, like with what you can do now. And as you get better and more familiar with it, like the things you need and the ways to make it personal to you will come with time. When you
See,
figure
like I
out
know it
a new
I
format or somewhere to add pictures, like that will come with time.
see I know it may be really hard to believe, but I do have flaws. And one of my biggest flaws is
Is
that
no
I have
patience.
I have very little to no patience. So I need immediate satisfaction and I need to get it right
I
quickly.
wish I hadn't deleted this old Notion template I used in college because it was actually really good and I would love to send it to you, but it's gone to the
Were you a Notion girl?
cloud now. I tried to be. I think in maybe it was second semester senior year, I used it for like I think most of the year. I don't know. I'm also like more of a this is like so I hate having like too many windows open on my computer. So sometimes the fact that I would have to like open another thing to like look at what I needed to be doing, that would truly in some moments send me over the edge. So I do prefer a physical planner, but
I do too. I love the idea or like the tangibility of crossing things off the
mhm.
list and stuff. Like I always had physical planners as well, but like going into college, I did not have a notebook once. All of my notes were on my iPad. Like my iPad was
Mm,
my best friend in terms of like
mhm.
writing notes, and like my textbooks and stuff were all on my iPad. Like I spent the money for good notes and like blah blah blah. But that's why I was like, okay, if I've already switched over for my notes, why not switch over for my planners and calendars?
I hear you. Do you have Notion on your iPad?
I did, and then I got frustrated and deleted it, and it's been a
Okay.
cycle since. I really want to be a hashtag like slut for Notion. Excuse my French, but like I don't think there's any other word to like capture the zhuzh. I'm like the emphasis I want to put onto this. Like I really want to be a slut for Notion.
You're that is actually really coming across to me through this screen because right now I'm like I want this for Trisha so badly because I've been there. I've been in your shoes.
I'm really glad that I can share this experience with you because like I really need all the support I can get. It's tough out
I think
here.
the hard thing about when you open up Notion for the first time is it like Well, it doesn't bring you to a blank page technically, but if you open up like a blank page, like it is blank.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, there's like no toolbar on the side. It's blank. And yet the possibilities are
are
endless. The
endless.
options are so overwhelming.
What's overwhelming enough is which color do I choose for a text box? Like, do I
No,
choose purple, blue,
I,
highlighted purple, highlighted
Sally,
blue?
Sally, I can't even start off with like font size, let alone color. Like, I,
You know how like brands have like a style guide that's like we use like this font for headings, this font for body text, this font for subheadings, and we use this color and this color. And you need to create like a Trisha brand style guide.
please. Everything is size 12. All fonts size 12.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Make it easy.
Okay. That's what
Like,
I
why
tell you.
complicate things?
Start off with your Trisha brand style guide and then make your notion from there. That might help with the visual aspect of it.
I think that's a good idea. You heard it here first. Beanbag banter are hashtag sluts for Notion.
I feel like this notion conversation kind of like it blends into a good conversation about just like work in general. You know what I mean?
Okay, transition.
Because what I've been oh, stop. Now I'm like embarrassed. Wait, no, I wish I hadn't said that. Maybe do we need to cut that out?
No.
I'm getting shy.
Shy girl right now.
um,
This is staying in. So,
anyways,
what's going on at work?
what I want to ask you is so you're salaried, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Trisha is salaried. I get paid by the hour, okay? So I am an intern. So because I get paid by the hour, they like not really watch our hours, but they're very much like only work 8 hours a day. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
obviously if we like work more, they have to pay us more. But I've noticed like some of the salaried employees are working. I don't know if like all of them necessarily work longer hours, but it seems like here and there I hear like some people working like longer hours like into the night. Not like crazy crazy, but I'm just like wondering if that is an experience that you have. And now that you said you stayed at work longer than expecting, I'm like maybe it is.
Yes, and I think it really does depend, obviously, on the field that you're in. Um, I'm in more of a corporate field, and being that it is tax season right around the corner, we do have a little bit longer hours now. Um, we have 9 new people in our office. I think I had mentioned this last week, and their hours have been from like 9:30 to 9:30, like
Mm-hmm.
literally 12 hours for 3 months straight. So like it
Mm,
does get brutal. My hours have really been around like from 9 to 6:30 right now, just because of how hectic things have been. But there are
mm-hmm.
times where it's like 9 to 4:30. So it really just like depends.
Okay. So like for reference, I my hours are 9 to 6. And I get like an hour for lunch basically. But I was just wondering because like I said, this is the first time I've worked in an office. So you obviously like hear about what like kind of office work culture can be like, but you like I'd never like experienced it, so I just like didn't know what to like compare it to. It didn't seem like crazy, but I was just genuinely wondering like what it was kind of compared to other workplaces.
Yeah, I think like the fluctuation of hours is pretty standard for like
Yeah.
other
And also
places.
what I've heard is so the place I work at, we have a lot of like clients, like companies that are clients of ours, and sometimes, if there's like things happening with the client, then there's like going to be more work and like more hours. But like if not as much is happening, it's like less. You know what I mean? Like fluctuates like that, which I feel like is kind of similar. Like for example, you said tax season's coming up, which is like a more going on for you guys. So naturally, you'll have like more to do.
Mm-hmm. No, none of which is fun.
You don't do any of that? Is that what you said?
I said none of which is fun.
Oh, I think I said none of which I do.
No, no. Tax season isn't fun. Imagine like being able to say like, "Oh, I committed tax fraud." I feel like that'd be so iconic.
I was about to say I'm sure I have, but I didn't know if like I could publicly like joke about that.
You've you've committed tax fraud.
No, just like I'm sure like I'm sure I've done something wrong.
Like, do you ever just like think about like how many things you're doing or you could be doing that can be like serious mistakes? Like
Are you talking like
tax
just like
fraud
taxes
or
or
no, like insurance fraud.
I think insurance fraud is more intentional because you
Okay,
have
like
to file a claim with your insurance company for something that did not happen.
okay, let me rephrase. Free will, I think, is what is blowing my mind right now, which I don't know
You
why.
mean in I get what you're saying, like the fact that you can choose to do that,
I theoretically I could
not pay your
commit
taxes.
tax fraud if I really wanted to.
Okay.
Not that I'm going to, not that that's on the agenda, not that that's in my notion yet or right now or ever, but like if it wanted to, it could be in my notion to commit tax fraud.
Right. Okay. I hear what you're saying. Like, it's crazy how we have the capability to commit white collar crime.
Well, or just any crime really. Or just like the fact that we have the ability to like do anything whenever we want.
You know what I think about a lot is the fact that, like, it honestly would be so easy to not pay for a train ride.
Well, yeah, we jump the subway turnstiles all the time.
No, I mean, well, okay, yes, but also, like, ones where you, like, buy
We
tickets,
don't
have to,
do
like,
that. MTA, we don't do that.
show the conductor. Like, what are they gonna do? You should, like, get off at the next stop, and then chances are you're already where you need to go.
Well, no, they actually check. The conductors check rather regularly.
Yeah, but they only check between every stop. So if you,
No,
yeah,
they check while you're like chugging along.
yeah. Well, you're
Yeah,
on the
so if you're
train and the train is moving. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
okay, so what if they come to your section, check your ticket before your stop? Like 3 stops before your stop.
I know, but that's why I said, like, they just make you get off at the next stop and then you're already at least closer than where you started. Like,
I
what is
know,
the,
but then
like,
that's just so much more of a hassle.
than just buying the train ticket?
Mhm. Like
Okay, I think about that a lot. The fact that
free will,
you could not pay for the train ticket.
I could jump the conductor and
Oh,
make him let me stay on. You ever think about that?
I'm trying to think, like, I feel like I definitely have this thought a lot. Like, I could just, like, do this thing.
Like, you ever just think about when someone's annoying you? Like, you have the option to deck them in the face, and you just don't.
Um, no, that has never crossed my mind.
No, not that it
However,
crosses my mind, but like it could cross one's mind.
it could be an urge you have at some point. Right.
Correct.
I wouldn't fret about this too much, Trisha.
Right.
I wouldn't worry too much.
The new Wizards of Waverly Place was announced.
I like, to be honest, I feel like I should care more than I do. Like, I'm sorry, I actually just like don't. Like,
Oh.
it's fun and like David Henry is cool, but
Why did I feel like he was like in some sort of scandal? Was he not?
I
Was
think
he
didn't
ever?
was it like his wedding? Like Selena Gomez went to his wedding recently or something, and like then there was drama about Selena, and it happened, and it would like came out because she was at the wedding, or like something around his wedding last summer, I think, a couple summers ago happened, but I don't know if it was like necessarily
Hmm.
like bad or anything like that.
Hmm.
Should we talk Oscar nominations?
We could.
Nothing necessarily like surprised me that much, if I'm being honest.
For the nominations?
Yeah, like I didn't feel like there was no like surprise, like, oh my god, so glad this person was nominated, didn't think so. And there was no one that I was kind of like, I guess I was expecting to see Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie on there. However, I wasn't necessarily like super shocked that they weren't, if that makes sense.
Um, I would agree. I would agree, and I think I'm not. Yeah, I'm not shocked that they're not there, and I really do think that they should be solely because Ryan was nominated.
Yeah, yeah.
I think if he wasn't, I mean, the movie was great and it
This
did
is,
what it needed to do, but I don't know.
I think it's tough because I think they like obviously wrote Barbie as so much more of a complex character than they wrote Ken as. And I think that really came across. You know what I mean? That Barbie was like complex. So I think Margot Robbie did a really good job. Like I'm just like I'm not sure the role of Ken was as challenging as it was to play the role of Barbie. Is kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm a little um I was talking to my cousin about this and I was saying like imagine if they have I'm Just Ken win the best original song like for the bit of that they're misogynists.
The Academy would actually like wreak havoc, I
No, like
fear.
I'm sorry, that would be truly embarrassing. Like it's kind of sad because I'm like, who cares what the actual like if that song was the best song? I cannot imagine it actually is. But the like what you're saying with that is bananas. Bananas.
When the Academy listens to this, if you guys need some hosts or presenters or even
We would
interviewers on the
love
carpet,
we would love to interview post win for winners on the carpet. We would love to take on
we
that
would
role for you and take
we
it off your
would
hands.
love to step up to the plate. Feel free to email us for our I don't
Our
know if you have emails.
availability, and I'll let you know what it
Yeah,
is right
no,
now. We're available.
we are always available
We are
for
available
you, the
for you.
Academy. Yes.
Even if you want someone at the lunch, at the luncheon ahead of time to be there doing
Honestly,
some content, we're happy to oblige.
yeah.
If you need someone to cover the Vanity Fair after party, we are your girls.
Yo, honestly, if you just need a couple extra heads to fill the party, like we still
We
are your
are your
girls.
girls.
Oh my god.
If you were going to an Oscars event, and I'll give you three options. You could go to the after party, the Oscars red carpet, or the luncheon. What do you think you'd wear? You don't have to say one for all three, but if like one comes to your mind for one of those, what would you wear? I have one, if you're wondering.
Yeah, how about you tell me what you'd wear?
So this is for the Oscars red carpet because when I think of the Oscars, I think of like gold, okay? And what goes great with gold?
Red.
Black.
Oh, yep.
I'm picturing like black lace gown, long sleeves, but there's obviously like a slip underneath. Like I'm not trying to like show off or anything.
Ah!
However, like the arm, like it's like the arms are bare under the lace, so you can like see the arms. So it's like kind of that is going on, but then the back is like low, so it's like a higher neck, but like low, wide open back, and like long, but not like crazy long, like no like crazy train or anything. Ugh, I'm like designing it in my head. I'm like, it looks so good.
Ugh, if any designers are listening to this, like, please, we gotta start working now.
That dress that I've imagined is intellectual property, and if you make that, I'll sue you.
I'll honestly be so for real with you. When you said what looks great with gold, and I said red, and you said black, all I could think about was how we should pull up to the red carpet as checker pieces. Like, you be black, I be red. But like,
Aren't
I
checkers
don't know.
black and white?
I thought it was black and red.
Oh,
Chest is
you can
black and
still wear
white.
red. You can still wear red.
I don't know why I thought about that. I don't know why my mind went straight to that, and
I'm
that's
just like,
all I
you
could
would
think
look
about.
so good in red on a red carpet, though.
Red and gold are always my go-tos for some reason.
I feel like red is also so pretty with your hair because you kind of got like the honey highlights.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
Trisha, I'm like
stop.
picturing it
You're
for
making
you
me
now.
blush. Stop it. Stop. Honestly, I'd wear Skims. Kimmy, hit me up,
I'm pretty sure now that you think about it, that dress I designed is something I saw on Skims.
please.
Kim,
Please. Now
I'm
you
suing you.
please, Kim. Honestly, come for her. There's no
Kim,
such thing as bad publicity.
Kim, if
Come for
you
her.
need gals to just like be brand ambassadors for you, we would love nothing more.
Truly nothing more. I'll get Skims tramp stamped on me.
I
Please.
have a gift card to Skims that I'm like trying to spend, and I keep like putting off spending because like I don't, you know what I mean? I don't want to get the wrong thing. Like I want to get something I'm really excited about and gonna like, but I can't. Like Skims is expensive, so if I don't have the gift card anymore, I can't like get something else really. So I'm trying to like spend the gift card wisely.
I feel like that's so relatable, and I feel like with you, I think there's so many things at Skims that you would love.
I think I want to get a bodysuit, like one of the long sleeve bodysuits.
Yes. Oh my god. I have my eye on a Skims bathrobe,
Ooh.
and I'm like, oh, I should
I
just get
will say part of me just wants to be like, oh, should I bite the bullet and just get one of the dresses though? Like, because apparently those dresses
honestly,
are
I
like,
think you should get both. Invest in
I
yourself.
just think
You
the
know I'm such a
dress,
believer. I've always said that.
I'm just imagining the dress, like, I think if I wanted to, like, I could wear that to work if it, like, was the right kind of dress, you know, and it, like, looked the way I'm imagining it should look for work. Like, it could work for work. You don't think
It
so?
could
You
work
disagree?
for work. No, like I've always said, invest in yourself.
Trisha, I'm thinking about it.
No, I think you should do both.
Did you see what Mason just did?
No, is she okay? What is she doing? Ooh.
Like she looks like Ed Sheeran in the Apple Genius Bar right now.
Ed Sheeran and Apple Genius Bar. We need that on a shirt. Lily, trademark that. Please, I need to tweet that. What the hell was that? That is going straight on Twitter. I'm tweeting that
You,
as we
I'm talking about
speak.
the photo you sent me.
He was a cat.
Why did Mason look
Please, Ed. What did you say? Ed
like
Sheeran
at the Apple Genius Bar?
at the Apple Genius Bar. Please head on over to Brownish on Twitter. Brownish with a one instead of an I. And go
One
like
is
this
the
tweet.
eye.
Ed Sheeran at the Apple Genius Bar. Does Ed have Twitter?
N?
Ed?
Oh, he has Instagram at Teddy's Photos.
I asked if he had Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know his
Oh,
life. He like has a kid now. He apparently like
I thought
talks to
you.
Elton John.
Please, apparently, what'd you say? Wait, no, I need guys. we're gonna end this like right after I say this tweet that Sally sent me earlier today. Apparently Ed Sheeran shares a photo of Elton John holding his cat and captions the photo, "Occasionally he handles pussy." And with that, go
Good
follow
night.
us on Beanbag Banter Pod. Sally, we
Oh,
have to
sorry.
plug.
Sorry. Continue. Thank you so much for listening. Listen to Beanbag Banter anywhere you get your podcasts, including Spotify and Apple. Make sure to follow us at Beanbag Banter Pod on Instagram and TikTok. And good night.
That was everything. You're so good at that.